Before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe button and join our growing community of coin lovers and history seekers, because every week we bring you the untold stories behind America's rare coins. Stories that hide secrets, value, and forgotten memories from the past. So don't miss a single episode. Subscribe now and let's travel together into the history that still shines through metal. At first glance, this small piece of metal may look ordinary, dull and worn out. But what if I told you that this 1964 Jefferson nickel in your hand carries a history deeper than its value, a story born from chaos, fear, and change? This single nickel tells the tale of a time when America's currency faced one of its greatest challenges. The year was 1964, and the United States was standing at the edge of an economic storm. Silver prices were rising fast. People had started hoarding coins, and panic spread across the nation. Grocery stores, bus stations, and vending machines were running out of small change, while the U.S. Mint struggled to keep up with the demand. The government feared that soon, everyday transactions would stop simply because coins had disappeared from circulation. And in this time of crisis, the 1964 Jefferson nickel was born, a coin that became both a solution and a symbol of America's determination. The coin bears the proud profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence, a man whose words gave birth to the idea of liberty and democracy. His face faces left as if looking toward the nation's future, and around him the words, "In God we trust," and "Liberty" remind every holder that faith and freedom are the foundations of the country. On the reverse side, there stands Monticello, Jefferson's beloved home in Virginia, a masterpiece of architecture that reflected his vision of balance and perfection. The design, created by artist Felix Schlag in 1938, had already become a national symbol, but in 1964 it carried a heavier weight because it marked the end of an era, the last year before. America changed its coinage forever. The silver crisis of the early 1960s had forced the government to make a difficult decision. Silver would be removed from dimes and quarters after 1964, and the nickel, though not made of silver, became the center of public trust. People hoarded every coin they could find, believing their metal value might one day be worth more than their face value. To stop the panic, the U.S. Mint went into overdrive. It produced an astonishing 2.8 billion nickels in that single year, more than any previous year in American history. The mints in Philadelphia and Denver worked day and night, releasing millions of coins daily, hoping to fill the country's need for change. And yet the hoarding didn't stop. People saved rolls of 1964 nickels in drawers and jars, many believing they might one day become rare treasures. Over the years, collectors discovered a few unique varieties among them, such as the 1964D nickels with repunched mint marks and the proof coins, specially made for collectors. These rare versions today hold significant value in the world of numismatics, especially when found in mint condition. But beyond monetary worth, what makes the 1964 Jefferson nickel truly precious is its story, a story of resilience, adaptation, and survival. Imagine a small-town shopkeeper in 1964, counting these coins at closing time, unaware that decades later, his change would become a historical artifact. Imagine the children collecting nickels in piggy banks, or soldiers coming home from service, holding one in their pockets as a silent reminder of normal life. Each coin passed through thousands of hands, traveled across states, and carried fragments of countless personal stories. Every scratch, every dent, every faded edge on this nickel is a whisper from the past. Today, when you hold a 1964 Jefferson nickel, you are not just touching metal, you are holding a witness to America's financial transformation. This coin lived through a time when people lost trust in money and found hope, again through perseverance. It represents a nation that refused to let fear win, that adapted to change and kept its economy moving. Even after billions were minted, this little coin still stands out, not for its rarity but for its endurance. It survived generations, recessions, wars, and modernization. Yet it still carries the same face of Jefferson, reminding us that strength is not in gold or silver, but in faith, unity, and the spirit of survival. So next time you find a 1964 Jefferson nickel in your collection or pocket, take a moment to look closely. It might look old and ordinary, but within its worn surface lies the story of a nation that fought, panic with patience, and chaos with courage. And if you enjoyed discovering the untold past of this historic coin, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends who love history, and subscribe to the channel, because every coin has a story, and every story deserves to be told.